Hi, my name is Rose Davila, and I'm going to be proving my competence in the NAEYC standard number 4, using developmentally effective approaches. For key element 4A, which is understanding positive relationships and supportive interactions as the foundation of work with young children, for that key element, I chose this artifact of a picture drawn by one of my students. She moved to America from South Korea. She had very little English. When she first entered my classroom, it was very difficult for her. The language barrier, she had a lot of separation anxiety. It was very difficult. So I immediately began building a strong relationship, creating a warm environment that made her feel comfortable and safe at school. Her separation anxiety definitely decreased because I was able to build that strong relationship. Later on in the school year, she actually wrote me a little note. Thank you for saying that my blanket was pretty. I was always finding ways to connect with her, even though our language barrier was there. So this artifact, I believe, proves that I was able to build a strong relationship with that child, which gave her a positive outcome for learning. So that is for key element 4A. For key element 4B, knowing and understanding effective strategies and tools for early education, I use the same artifacts because I feel that that relationship that I built with that child proves that I was using effective tools and strategies. With her language barrier, I would use gestures, visual aids, consistent routine. I learned words and phrases in Korean that would make her feel comfortable and help her learning. As the year progressed and her English started to develop more, I raised my expectations and used scaffolding, and this really helped her achieve positive outcome. At the end of the year, her parents were very excited. She was speaking full English sentences and was really comfortable in our learning environment and interacted well with her peers. So overall, I believe that I knew the effective strategies that were research-based that helped this child grow and develop. For my second artifact, I have a video of an activity that I completed. In this video, we're playing a game, and I use it to work on phonemic awareness development. This is an artifact I'm using to prove my competence in element 4C, using a broad repertoire of developmentally appropriate teaching and learning strategies. The game Who's Missing that we play in this video, I originally used at the beginning of the school year so that the children can get to know one another, learn each other's names. It helps them with memory, and plus it's a fun game for transitions, and if you just need some time to play a game, the kids love it. Now, when I took the course Integrating Learning Standards in Early Childhood Settings, Language and Literacy, that class, I had to come up with a activity that could develop an area of language and literacy, and in that video it shows me hinting and saying, oh, the child's name begins with a R sound, R, and then the child knew the kid's name because I gave him that hint. Now that was a clear case of phonemic awareness. This shows my competence of using a broad repertoire of developmentally appropriate teaching approaches by focusing on different areas of development, and just one activity or one game can be used to focus on a wide variety of skills, and then of course assessing these and documenting. So that is for key element 4C. For key element 4D, I have a lesson plan reflection. This lesson plan was completed for ECE 399, the practicum course. I designed a lesson plan where I read a book, and then the children drew a picture. It was a book about families, and then they were going to draw a picture of their family. Very simple, basic lesson plan. But the reflection, once I went back and looked at it, I realized that I could have done a few things differently to maintain more attention. So after the kids read a book, only a few of the kids wanted to go to the table to draw. So upon reflection, I realized maybe next time I could read the book and have the drawing materials immediately available where we are in that moment, so that they are already interested, and that by changing locations I lost their interest in the activity. So that is something that I reflected on and then used in my next lesson plan, in my next activity, because 4D is focusing on reflecting on own practice to promote positive outcomes for each child. So if I want to get to each child and have development grow for each and every one, then I need to reflect on how they're all interacting in the activity individually as well as a whole group, and do that. So those are my 3 artifacts that show my competence in NAEYC standard 4. I hope that there is enough detail in here. We'll see. Thank you very much. I look forward to feedback.